Dumelang and welcome to the entrepreneurship community, a place where entrepreneurs interact, engage, share knowledge, exchange resources, and network. My name is Lueto and I am your host. Today's focus is going to be meeting preparation. Keyword preparation, beforehand. So let's not dilly-dally and get straight into it. The first tip that I can give you for preparing for a meeting is, do you know what kind of meeting you are attending? Is it a brainstorming meeting? Is it a job interview? Is it a decision-making interview, etc.? Knowing the purpose of the meeting will help you prepare for the type of meeting and for the resources that you might need to bring. The second tip is do your research. You need to research the company, the industry, anything that might help you look knowledgeable in the meeting. And it'll also help you feel more comfortable and prepared. You might also, in some cases, want to research the people who are going to be in the meeting. Not in a stalkerish way, just in a, like a light... lightly stalkerish, in a lightly stalkerish way, just so that you get some, insight on how they do business, the kind of projects they've done in the past, and what they might be looking for from you. Tip number 3 will be always read the material that has been sent to you beforehand. That is, if they send anything to you. You need to read any documents sent to you because they could be very vital to the meeting, and you don't want to get in that meeting and be clueless as to what's going on. Examples of documents that might be sent to you beforehand are meeting agenda, proposals, notes, the minutes from the previous meeting held. Tip number 4 is print any documents that you may need in the meeting beforehand. I had to learn this the hard way, twice in fact. The first time was when I was in a job interview, and I thought, I mailed them my CV, they've seen it, and they called me for a job interview. That means they've gone through it, right? I got to the meeting, and after the pleasantries were done, the first thing he asked me was, can I have a copy of your CV? And I was like, what? I didn't have it because I just thought, because I had emailed it to them, that they would have a copy. But we just went through the interview and he asked me questions, but the entire time I felt really embarrassed and unprepared. And the second time that this happened to me was during a presentation when I was doing my MBA. My lecturer asked me for copies of my presentation because on the day of the presentation, it wasn't my fault, but on the day of the presentation, the projector wasn't working and the computer wasn't working. I don't know why. They called IT people, they couldn't fix it. So he was just like, no, just go ahead and present. Just give me a copy. And I was like, I don't have a copy. The only thing I had was the notes that I had for my, presentation, and the actual presentation slides were on a memory stick. So I was like, I don't have one. And that wasn't, a well-prepared student. But I did manage to email him the slides later, which he did not penalize me for because, I didn't break the IT equipment. But it just taught me that even when you think that you've emailed it beforehand or you will email it after, someone could ask for it. So always have whether it's a proposal, whatever you need in that meeting, have a hard copy for yourself, for whoever's in the meeting. The 5th tip is to practice at home, especially if you're presenting or if you are the leader of the meeting. You need to, have an agenda and, at least know what's going on. It makes you look more well prepared and more professional and more attractive in general. Tip number 6 is to always anticipate questions. Questions from, what you said or questions from what someone else is saying. If you can, try and go through your presentation and be like, oh, this is probably what they're gonna ask me, and have answers ready. But if they throw you a question that you have no idea and you don't know how to answer it, you didn't know it was coming, etc. Just don't lie. Just be honest that you don't know the answer to this question. And the best thing for you to do is to show them that you do know how to find the answer. And when you do find the answer, if necessary, give them the answer at a later date. It's also nice to have a few questions of your own that you can ask people. I mean, you're not obligated to, but it is a nice touch, you know, to participate and stuff. Now, tip number 7 seems like an obvious one, but hey, if you're like me, you need this. Always plan your outfit beforehand. Lay it out beforehand, okay? I am one of those people who in the morning, I never know what to wear. It takes me forever to pick. I'm always like, and I don't like my outfits. Having your clothes laid out the day before will save you so much time, especially if your meeting is in the morning, and it eliminates so much stress. Guys, I'm one of those people that I think that I don't look good in anything, so it takes me a really long time to get dressed. The last tip is to plan your transport and your route beforehand, okay? If you're driving yourself, make sure you have petrol. If you're getting a ride, make sure you've told the person, look, I need you to pick me up at this time so I can be there at this time. If you're getting a cab, same thing. Like, you need them to get there well in advance so that you can make sure that you get to where you need to be. And please always account for traffic. I am the worst at this. I will say, oh, it took me 15 minutes to get there. And then there's traffic and then it takes me an hour. And I'm like, oh my God, what is happening? And also, you need to know where you're going, okay? One time, I was actually going to a meeting and I was early in the area. Like, I was like, okay, I'm here. But the problem was, I didn't know which one of the buildings it was and what floor it was on. So I was there on time, but I couldn't find the office that I needed to be at. So I just kept getting lost and going around in circles. I had to ask people, you know, and that ended up making me late, even though I felt like, but I arrived on time. It is always important to show up early. Try by all means to be 15 to 30 minutes early. It makes you look super professional, and it also gives you time to like calm down and get a coffee, don't have your nerves take over you, etc. We have reached the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope it was fruitful. And if you have any other tips on meeting preparation, please leave them in the comments below. Please like this video, share this video with your friends and family, and I will see you next time. Salam Sint.